Tonight's TAITV has been made from approximately 2,502 photographs over the course of 4 days. Wednesday was laundry day, so Michael got Chislett, changed his seat, and found a photograph of him that wasn't really him, and Adam read some fan mail, and it was also laundry day, which was a good thing, and they talked about something, but I couldn't really hear it. The venue looked a little bit like a laser tag place or some party I went to at Purdue, so we didn't take showers there. The venue was actually called The Venue, and it was in Salt Lake City. Looks like it's a great place. It's really up and coming, but Josh showed Dave the new guitar, could check all the ropes. Bill changed all of his sheets, too. Michael was playing a little bit of guitar, and Michael got Chislett made a Vegemite sandwich because he loves that stuff. Adam got back from hanging out on the armor bus, and Brock, the lighting guy, figured out how to use his phone. There's James, the sound guy. He was doing a sound check. The sound sounded great. Did you see Mike was wearing shorts right there? That's pretty funny, right? Bill was working on some new music, and Michael got Chislett found out if we could go to the guitar store. And Butcher sounded like he was interested in it too, so we got in the car and we drove through the beautiful mountains of Salt Lake City to get to the guitar store. Look at that, beautiful.
Sensational.
We got there, Butcher couldn't find what he was looking for, but he eventually found something. It was a tambourine. I don't know if you saw that. He was also hitting some things, but felt bad because it was a little bit loud, because drums are loud, and that's how he likes it. Michael got Chislett plugged in and played a little bit of guitar at the guitar store, and he also was that guy who was making those crazy licks all over the place and make everybody else jealous, but that's okay. That's how it works when you go to the guitar store. We found what we wanted. They signed a few things, including the GQ shoot that they did that had Barack Obama on the cover. You should vote for that guy. The venue opened and people started to file, and Tony won the dartboard this week. Everybody on the crew wins. Adam had to go to the mall to go to the bathroom because the venue, as I showed you before, was kind of nasty. They were talking about something I couldn't really hear what they were saying. Sherwood started. Look at Mikey there in the production room. It was even weird. William got his laundry back. Everybody was trying out the new dartboard that Tony won. There was a meet and greet and the show started. Adam and William played a game of computerized football on the Armor for Sleep bus, and Mike was watching. He was making all kinds of crazy requests and demands on Adam as if he could win the game because he was losing very badly. He said, I'll give you $150 if you intercept this pass right now and run it back for a touchdown, or I'll give you $100 if you run this back for a touchdown right now. Adam wasn't having it too much, and he said, okay, Mike, you think you're so good, why don't you play me then? So they played. The game was getting pretty intense. Jordan, the merch guy, was getting into it. He started making bets even himself. I think the score of 17-7, Adam challenged to play, and I think he got it. It was going down. It was going down, 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 down. But then we had to leave because it was bus call. We woke up to find the beautiful, beautiful landscape of Boise, Idaho. Nothing was around. We didn't know where Tony was. He usually tells us where to go and what to do when it's time to do those things, but we got to the venue eventually in a car, and everybody was already setting up. There was a sound curfew till 5, so everybody had a sandwich. And for the showers, there was a little bit of a dispute because I think James cut in line, but that's all right. Mike came out of the showers looking like a clean fool. Dave tried to hook up those guitar amps that we got at the guitar store, and Chislett tried to plug them in and make them work, but it didn't seem like it was working too well. There was a ton of stuff everywhere because we were running a little bit late. They sound checked the song Seed, and Butcher actually used a second snare drum on that. I don't know if you guys knew that. He used the second one. The venue was called the Big Easy. Butcher was working on some of the Santi's little helpers artwork so that we could get that shirt and the whole package out to everybody who's waiting. Mike listened to some music and he was loving it. Butcher was doing some drawings and made Adam wanted to do some drawings too. They work like that a little bit. The show started and that's Sherwood right there getting crazy. Adam cooked a pizza that he received as a gift in Omaha. It was a delicious gift from him. He loves pizza. Two of the guys from Sherwood were horning up in the back, getting ready to play a song that they play with the Rocket Summer. That's Bryce right there. He's a good friend of mine. We just met actually. Adam showed me his new wristband to keep his wrist clean. Where were Michael and William all day? They were recording. It looks like it went pretty good. They played a little bit of charades. PJ from Armor for Sleep was wearing a Academy shirt, which I thought was pretty sweet. Michael got Chislett, believes in doubles, and he was tying up his shoes because the show was about to start again. Butcher made a drink. They were talking about something I couldn't really tell what they were talking about. What were we going to say they were going to talk about? There's me. William did some jumping jacks to warm up. He doesn't actually warm up like that, but I think he just did it because I had a camera in my hand. And on to the stage, and the After the show, Butcher showed me that he hurt his knuckle on a drum set because he's got this microphone in between his legs now. But everybody had to load out real quick because we had to go to Canada. Loadout was real frenetic and out of control. Actually, what happened is the truck that came didn't have enough room for all the boxes, so we had to wait, and Tony pulled a big one, and Jordan helped out. He's the merch guy. But eventually, we got it all figured out and locked up. Thanks, Jordan. Tony had to wait a little while. It was 1:22 in the morning, and you know what that means. That's usually the time that Josh without a beard messes with Michael Geitches, and we were also on our way to go to a big box store so we could get all the necessities that we would need for our big trip, one-day trip to Canada. Can you believe that it's already fall right now? Look at all those pumpkins. That's Bill. We looked for DVDs because everybody thought that everybody else on the tour was going to bring DVDs, and then it turns out that nobody really bought DVDs. We got to Canada. A dog was in the back of a car. I thought that was kind of cool. It was actually really early in the morning, so everybody had that early morning chill. Nobody really wanted to be awake, but we had to go to the border and show our passports and make sure that everybody got into the Canadian state. Okay. You know, that place is really making a comeback. There's Tony. We got a little bored. I'll tell you that. Butcher came out of the bathroom. He put his shoes on. It was great. Eventually, they checked us out and they thought we were okay. We got away with it. You know what I'm saying? We finally made it to Vancouver to the show. It was at a very interesting place. The Butcher signed a lot of autographs, which I thought was very nice of him. The crew had a bust-ass to set up. Can I say ass? Yeah. Everybody had to go really quickly. William did an interview for someone, and they did a quick sound check, and it was already 6 o'clock, and it was time for the show. There were already a lot of people waiting outside, waiting in line, trying to figure out how to do their things, and someone gave us some great drawings. William was doing a little bit of music. Butcher signed a thigh. There was another meet and greet. It looked great. Michael Guy Chislett signed some things. Butcher did some push-ups while William checked his voice, and the show started. After the show, there were about 5,000 people outside waiting to meet everyone, and William was so patient. I'm sure he signed about 1,000 autographs that night. He hugged everyone and loved it. The crew had to load out real fast because we had to get back over that border. We had a little bit of pizza because that's the only thing you can eat when you're crossing the border like this. Here we are crossing the border. It was almost 3 o'clock in the morning. 7 o'clock, Mike was awake because the crew had to load in again. That means that's only 3 hours of sleep. Can you believe that? There were already people waiting outside. Did you see somebody was in a sleeping bag? The venue was at a very strange ballroom place, and I guess we had to do a show that was very early in the day because there was a wedding going on. Michael Guy Chislett tried to steal a little bit of food from the wedding catering, but it looked like he was poorly mistaken. Everybody was already lining up. It looks like a lot of people were excited to see the show. There were more people. There were more people. There were more people. There were more people. And there were more people. And there were more people. And there were more people. There's that guy. And there were more people. 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 And the more people. And the more people. And the show goes on and on and on and on. And we do this every single week.
Dedicated to my good friend Adam T.
Siska.
And
Butcher. And
Michael Guy Chislett guitar.